Hi there, Kona's family. I thought that I would do a brief video for you so that you could see what I'm doing to work on Kona with mainly his resource guarding. It worries me a little that you're not the ones picking him up so that I can explain things and show things to you, so I thought doing this video would be a good thing. So when the dog's board here, what I find is that it takes 3 to 5 days for the dogs to really start settling in and understanding what the routine is all about. And then normally at about day 7, we're kind of starting to get the routine going, and Kona's starting to understand what I expect from him. So that's where we're at right now. He's leaving at really 8 days, and so I feel he's just starting to understand what's going on with regards to his basics. He already knows stay. That could be a little bit stronger. Coming when called is pretty good. Loose leash walking still needs a lot of work. Working on his jumping. The jumping really needs a lot of work still. But I think you would find that with him anyway. Even if he left after 2 weeks, he'd be better, but it would be that you have to just be consistent with him. So with the jumping, Joni, as you mentioned, you're walking and he's just jumping and he's biting your clothes, and he does that to me. What I've been doing is I'm always asking him sit, always asking him sit, always asking him sit. And is it annoying and tiring? It is, because I have to continually ask him to sit. It's pretty crazy. But he's very responsive to that, so that's a good thing. I've also been playing with him really, really rough and then asking him to sit. That helps with his impulse control. He's in an excited state of mind. He's jumping. I ask him to sit. So when in doubt, ask him to sit. Let's see if I can just kind of demonstrate here. You have to forgive the video, but good boy, Kona. Good boy. Good boy, Kona. Sit. Kona, sit. Good boy. So I try getting him excited. Hey, Kona, sit. Good boy. That was a good boy. He chose to sit on his own on that one. So you can just kind of see what I do. I'm asking him to sit. Kona, sit. Good boy for everything. And then when he sits, you can either reward him with a treat, verbal praise, or touching, but you don't have to all the time. Just because I don't want him to jump, then sit, then no, he gets attention. So with the jumping, work on the sit. So with Kona's resource guarding, I know that was one of your main concerns with him, and I can completely understand why. When dogs come here, they're in a new environment, and I start from day 1 of them just minding their manners. So he really didn't guard resources. I've tried setting him up to guard resources. I've given him things to chew on. I've thrown toys and food around. I worked heavily with Leave It, and I am always trading him something better than what he has. You're steps ahead in the resource guarding, because a lot of times dogs will guard their food. We can touch Kona, I can take away his food, and he's fine with that, which is fantastic. I've tried giving him bully sticks and take the bully sticks away, and he's being good with that as well. But when you're in a situation where he's going to want to guard something, go get something of a higher reward value and trade him. Say the word Leave It and trade him. And also work on that, and I'll give you some exercises just to work on that. But if you know he has something that you don't want him to have, go get something of higher reward and trade him. So as Kona is still learning not to guard his resources or understanding it's okay for things to be taken away, resource guarding is about fear. He's afraid that things are going to be taken away from him. So teaching him that things are okay and I might get something even better, is what you want to continue working on with Kona. What I recommend in this beginning stages here is that you manage his environment. So make sure there's things not lying around. And I know that's not easy. I have a 4-year-old. Things are always lying around, but really manage his environment. Know that you should have to go get something of high reward value to trade him. Another thing that I suggest too is taking a carabiner clip and having a ribbon attached to it, and he just runs around the house with this as long as you're home. This will allow you, if he's does get something that you don't want him to have, you can go ahead and grab the leash, or it's not a leash, it's the ribbon. Grab the ribbon and be able to hold on to him while you're trading him for something better, instead of grabbing him by the collar or something that might provoke or it might entice him to want to bite. So it's about management as he's learning that it's okay for things to be taken away. Well, it's kind of ironic. He just so happens to have something that he really wants, which is this tennis ball. And I can tell that because when I am touching him, he freezes a little bit, like, I really want this and I don't want you to bother me. So if I had the ribbon on, I would take the ribbon and I would trade him something better. I'm actually in a very closed room right now, so I'm just going to grab a better treat and trade him. Oh, shoot. He heard the treat bag. Leave it. Good boy. He heard the treat bag and dropped his toy, I guess. Oh well. So Tammy, what happens if he does guard his resources? The best that you can do is take the object away. If he learns that, I mean, you wouldn't want your kids doing this, but if he learns that all he has to do is growl, snarl, snap, and bite to keep things he wants, that's exactly what he's going to do. So that's why I need you to manage the situation until you can trust him to give you things, and is continually working on leave it. Sorry, I thought that would have been a great demonstration. Leave it. Good boy. So one way I've been working on the resource guarding is I found something he really enjoys, which are these tiny bully sticks. Sit. Good boy. I've been holding on to the bully stick. I'm allowing him to chew on it. He enjoys it. I'm holding on to the bully stick, and then I'm working on saying, leave it. Kona, leave it. Good, leave it. He was still kind of chewing on it, but I took it away, and then I gave him some of this dehydrated chicken treat, so that he knows that something really good is coming if I leave this object alone. Good. Leave it. Leave it. Good. Leave it. So right there was a situation where he took the treat away from me. Okay, he's trying to get the treat, but it's underneath my leg. Good. Leave it. So what I'm doing is I'm just waiting for him to be distracted. I'm telling him leave it, and I'm giving him a whole lot of this freeze-dried chicken so that I can take it away from him. Good, leave it. Good, leave it. Another thing too with his resource guarding is set him up for success. If you want to give him a nice chewy to have, put him in his crate, give him his exercise pen, so that he can not feel that he has to be afraid that somebody's going to come in and take his treat away. That's what I would do, is I would, if I'm going to give him a treat, then I just give it to him in an area where he's protected. He doesn't feel he needs to guard his resources. until he has learned better. So I'm just starting this with him, and he's being good for me. When he gets back home to you, it's going to be familiar environment. He's had a history of snapping and biting, so he knows that within your home, that's what he's learned. So it's all about retraining him. I really, really worked on the leave-its and just trading him something higher reward for that. If I don't want him to be in the position where he feel he has to guard things. That's why I say management, and also using the ribbon. The reason why I use a ribbon is because it's lighter weight and is not going to get tangled around things versus a leash. So I'll give you guys that. But just set him up for success as you're training him, that things being taken away is a really good thing. And formally work on things being taken away so that you can build his reinforcement history with you, letting him know that he'll receive hot dog, he'll receive a piece of cheese, he'll receive chicken, he'll receive leftover beef if he leaves things alone. I really hope this helps. I wish I had longer to work with him. He's a little spitfire, so there's a lot that he needs to work on, but you know, I can tell he has a foundation. It's just that you need to build upon that foundation some more. I hope this helps.